Dan.
Bob.
And Eric.
Doge.
For GigaBoots.com, and welcome to this GigaBoots podcast number 60, the Ever Pheasant.
Yes.
Because fuck that word. Effervescent?
Effervescent.
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 I cannot say the after the
Effervescent.
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 It will never sound right to me, even when I say it right. Effervescent.
Effervescent.
The effer.
The effer.
It's bubbly.
Shit's carbonated, okay?
God damn, is it carbonated? In any case, we're here to talk about video games, I hear.
Yeah. Who told you this?
My brain space.
What?
It's like, hey, talk about video games.
You heard it here first. Dan's brain talks to him.
No, really, it does. Your brain talks to you, too. It goes, hey, you're hungry.
It goes, hey, you have a disease.
Hey, you have a disease. Like it's aware. You're drinking it with drugs. Let's be...
Yeah, I am.
Hey, cut that out. It's like, cut what out, asshole? And you're like, whatever, I'll just pop
I'm doing you a
these.
favor.
Fuck with it. I'll just pop these pills and fuck with it.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of people do that to their brain.
Yeah, that's all of drug activity. I'm gonna pop these pills
man.
and fuck with my brain.
Man, I'm so sleepy, and we'll see about that.
That's what you think, motherfucker.
Two packs of No-Dos later. I feel like the sun! And he was right.
He did feel like that. He was also on fire.
I feel a sun. Yeah, we've done things. We've played video games, but you know, I'm gonna keep it on the DL. Not go into video games directly. I'm just gonna be talking about what I've been doing lately.
Cool.
So guess who learned how to change the back tire on a bike that's a motherfucker?
Was
This
it you?
guy. That was fun. I bought like a nice $20 bike pump.
Okay.
Which, you know, I was rather pleased to find out. A really nice one's only $20. You know, actual pump,
Yeah, actual
not
pump.
like air compressor or
Yeah.
anything. I bought tire levers to properly remove
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. And then I bought a new tube. And then, like, the thing I'm watching is like, hey, check the side of the tire to figure out what PSI you should fill it to. And I'm like, okay. And this fucking tire, so this is Eric's bike, just to contextualize this. He lent me his bike, and then it got flat basically immediately. So,
Sorry.
No, it's cool. It was.
I apologize
think it was
on
just,
behalf of my bike.
I think it was like the whole time, and I just never listened. But it
didn't listen.
I just didn't listen. So in any case, it's like 65 to 80. Or 85. Like, it was well above where I put it. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to put it right below 80. And then I fill it, and I put the tire back on the fucking bike, and it's a pain in the ass because the back one has all the gear change shit. And
Right.
yeah, real motherfucker. So I put it on, and I'm figuring out some other thing as it's sitting like less than a foot to the left of me. And then it fucking explodes. And I'm like, you lying tire son of a bitch!
Yeah, no, that. Yeah, I just fill it till it's just hard, and that's
Yeah.
it. No more than that because.
He just fills it until it's hard.
Yeah.
Don't you normally wait until it's hard to fill it?
No, that's for amateurs.
Well, goddamn.
Fun thing is, a tire exploded on me too.
Yeah.
But right in my face.
Was it the back tire?
It was actually the front tire, I believe.
Okay.
I went to I was still at university. I went to the bike shop. Like, can I use your space to do things? I was like, yeah, sure. So,
Can I use your
What kind of
tools
things?
inappropriately? And they're like, sir,
No, they
go
had,
ahead,
like,
Jack.
They had like a bike repair station to set up my bike, so I could just. And they had tire inner tubes for sale. So I was like, okay, fill it up. And I was like, how tired are you supposed to go? I was like, oh, you can check that. I look back and I see just in time the tube bulging in slow motion. I went, no, and then bam, right in my face and knocked me on my ass.
God damn.
I couldn't really hear anything for like 5 minutes afterwards, but I was fine.
Well, thank you, Eric, for that story. I now feel better about my story. They have this feature on these tire levers, right? And it's so in any case, how you use a tire lever, you stick it in between the hub and the tire,
Yeah.
and it's a flat side. So then you flip it towards the center spoke or the center of the whole wheel, and they have a feature on it, so it's got a hook, and you can hook it onto the spoke.
Yeah.
It's not the right curvature or size or gap to work on yours. So I'm like, thanks a lot, fucking lever. Online, they had smarter ones that were like, hey, we're aware that tires are designed differently, so here's this shape that could work with whatever.
Great. Well,
either way, it was $5, so who fucking cares? Your tire's a liar.
Yeah, no, it's...
You know it's true because it rhymes.
Yes.
That's how that works.
That's how I know all things.
Yes. You know that yes was the correct answer because I said it again and it rhymes with itself.
It sure does.
So other than that, we had fun adventures in Hardware Land.
Yeah?
Where we were trying to get higher quality recordings of Quick Plays working. And we had issues
Oh, okay,
at first.
Hardware, like computer hardware. I was like, you went to the hardware section. What were you building? We're still...
A birdhouse.
A lovely birdhouse. And then it exploded.
I put it on your bike. No,
I overinflated the birds.
The bird got on it, and then it exploded because it was too much weight.
So computer hardware.
So yes, computer hardware. So we can record at a higher quality now. So of course I'm trying to do that in the most compressed way possible without losing any visual fidelity.
In your never-ending
struggle
to have
with
the best possible looking thing,
especially with what it's already at. And no matter what I did, it had issues. In fact, I haven't told Bob until now. The Dead or Alive 5 last round and the Resogun thing we recorded, the second Resogun thing we recorded, also had that issue.
Completely unusable?
It looks stupid. So already Dead or Alive 5 last round is uploading, so people get to enjoy both Kirby and that. And I'm still debating Resogun. I'll have to look over that footage again and figure out how stupid it looks to upload shit like that. Because, on one hand, it's like, who fucking cares? On the other hand, it could be just some asshole showing up and be like, man, these videos are garbage.
Yeah, how long that the quick play for Resogun was?
I have no fucking...
Whatever.
It was like 44 minutes, but Bob thought it was
44 minutes.
Bob thought it was 2 hours, but it was like 44 minutes.
44 minutes. Something happened, and it's just a picture of Phil Spencer for 40 minutes. Like, this looks real stupid.
Yeah, I should just replace the picture with Phil Spencer making a dumb face. So Phil Spencer's face.
So Phil Spencer's face.
So we're just gonna knock that back down to MV3 codec 420 color space. It'll be more dependable. But I bring this up because it's important, right?
Yeah.
I can do that. The compromise, which whatever,
and that hurts your very soul to compromise.
Like at some level, I don't care, right?
Okay.
Like our videos look fine up until now, whatever. But to get it working, we could theoretically just get a RAID enclosure and stick another 3 terabyte drive in it, which we would kind of want to do for the movie anyways, because the movie's going to require over 3 terabytes of video footage. So it's like I could upgrade now to get the thing I'm going to need eventually, and it'll have the added benefit of this, or I could just lower the quality and not care for several more months, at which point I will then have to get the enclosure and care. So for now, it has been turned back down the quality, worry about car and things.
Yeah, worry about life.
And stop buying pizza ingredients that we're ruining.
Yes.
We ruined too many pizzas over the last week.
I think they were still tasty.
That may be true, and also ruined. It can be both.
Ruined to me is inedible. We could clearly eat that.
I think those are two different scales. Like that. Inedible is a certain tier of ruined. You can ruin a birthday cake and it's still edible.
Okay, I guess there's that.
Right. So we fucking trashed that pizza.
Okay, we did horrible things to that pizza,
but it was kind of tasty.
It was kind of tasty.
And the last random thing for me, they had Trevor Moore from What Is Kids You Know had a comedy special. Mm-hmm. That was just his new album and a bunch of music videos for it. It seems to me most of those are available on YouTube. So if you just look up High in Church,
I see.
That is his new album. There is a fucking amazing song on it. In my opinion, best one, Kitty History. Have you seen that video?
No.
Kitty History is incredible. I highly recommend any GigaBoots fan go watch Kitty History. I think that was the best one.
Remember, this was the guy who looked at the Mega 64 video, went, no thank you, until you made me watch it.
But see, you'll love Kitty History.
Will I?
Yeah.
Will I?
It's about alternate dimensions and cats.
Oh.
It's gold. So in any case, that's what I've been up to. That and having money.
Yeah, how's that feel?
Fucking weird.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, my car's gonna get fixed. A little over 24 more hours.
How long has it been since its last
5 hours?
Worked?
Months? 5 months?
5 months? Yeah.
I haven't had a car for 5 full hours.
Yeah,
what am I
I
gonna
pulled
do?
in here and went, wait, something's wrong. Where's Dan's car?
Like broken down cars usually around Bob's house.
Yeah.
Not in front of, around.
Around, somewhere near.
Just chilling. And yeah, so it was the starter, as I figured, and because of my fucking awesome connections with getting discount auto parts, ironically not from discount auto parts, I saved $287.
Sweet.
Yes, so the whole thing, including an oil change, which wasn't necessary, but a good
why not?
idea,
Yeah.
was a little over $500, which I consider myself lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been the engine block that gave out or something.
Right? Which is what I was entertaining, because it wouldn't fucking start.
Thank you, nepotism.
Yeah.
Whee!
My coworker's like, I think I have hypochondria, because every time I don't feel well, I
have hypochondria.
I think I have hypochondria, because every time I don't feel well, I entertain the worst thing. And I'm like, well, I'm kind of like that. See, my car breaks down, and I go, I'm going to have to shop for a new car. And they're like, oh, no, I just don't feel good and think I have cancer. And then I was like, that's crazy. I don't know.
That's why that has a word for that.
Yeah. Because otherwise, that's a lot of doctors going, you're crazy. Instead of being like, oh, you have this condition. Which, to hypochondriacs, they certainly take it a lot better if you spin it as a condition.
You have a condition.
You have hungryitis. Go get a burger.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you, Dr. Wendy's.
This is a chronic condition. You will have to feed yourself every 8 hours.
No, it's Dr. Pepper, Dan.
Sorry. No, Dr. Pepper has nothing to do with hungryitis. Dr. Wendy's has everything. Dr. KFC.
Dr. Big Mac.
What were you talking about, Bob? You were like, oh, he was searching up half in the bag. He was trying to remember half of the bag, like halfthebag.com. And I'm like, no, it's Red Letter Media. I'm like, that would be like if somebody was like, I'm hungry. I don't know how to get to Big Mac. Look it up on Google Maps. And then we both laugh, and I'm like, wait, I wonder if Google's gotten so used to that by now that it does it. And Bob looks it up. He's like, Big Mac. It points him at a mountain.
Maybe that's
What
the
was
Big
that
Mac.
thing called?
McDonald Peak.
McDonald's Peak.
Wow.
No, McDonald Peak.
McDonald Peak.
Big Mac Candy Mountain.
Sure. Hey, remember rock candy?
Yeah.
That shit was just sugar.
Crystallized sugar.
I was like the headphones.
On a stick.
That's skull candy.
There's also rock candy.
Different kind
That's
of candy.
just a knockoff of skull
Yes,
candy.
definitely.
Bob, I'm just really... You have an intimate knowledge of knockoff brands of low-tier products. Doesn't know what rock candy...
I know what rock candy is
Okay,
too.
good. Thank you, God.
I was thinking the other thing when you said it.
You're like, oh, are you talking about Pelican, the brand of shitty controllers for the
Basically,
GameCube?
yes. Dan,
Speaking of which...
those terrible controllers are on all systems, basically.
Yeah, I know. I thought they stopped.
I think they did stop. I don't.
Which
think
is
they-
amazing. Like, Pelican hasn't been around. Mad Catz kind of ate their lunch. Our SD card case is made by Pelican. I'm like, will it just not hold these?
I'm back again.
It spits out all of these.
periodically ejects them.
Yep. How are you doing that? You're foam. And it's like, I'm a foam piece of shit. And I'm like, it's true.
Why did I buy you?
Does anyone else have adventures in life?
Not really. I mean, been living.
Bob.
Can't think of anything particular.
Okay, cool. Not really, but hey, you got to Virgil on Devil May Cry 3 on Dante Must Die.
I did.
The very last fight in the game.
Finally.
He's almost there. He's almost going to get that Dante Must Die clear on DMC 3 For the first time ever?
Special edition, the first time ever. I did it on the
Okay.
original Dante's
You gotta do
Awakening.
it in time for DMC's release on
yes.
Tuesday, so you can get into that.
See,
Totally.
now I'm just sad that I'm not running DMC inside of a virtual box that is DOSBox, so I could say run DMC.
Yep.
Run
Yep.
DMC, Joe!
Yeah!
Yeah!
That's why you listen. It's like Bob and pictures of Ridley and Smash Brothers. He knows they're not going to show up, but that one glorious day when they do,
Yeah,
it's all worth it.
Yep.
So for that one guy at home who just came from
Yeah.
hearing you make a Run
He's
DMC
just
joke.
yelling at his computer, MC's for mostly clean! While ejaculating. It's probably Cywolf. I don't know. Just a guess. He's like, hey, I do have an illustrious collection of Run DMC albums. And I'm like, good.
Thank you for asking.
Thank you. And I'm like, I did it. But yeah, Bob, what else?
I basically most of the week was spent trying to watch all of that Nietzsche Joe.
Now, Bob, you're spoiling because they don't know because these are being
Don't say
recorded
anything.
out of
He was just
sync.
watching a lot of Nietzsche Joe for no reason.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
Like way too much of
Like
it.
all of it.
You know what Jay from Hillsong.com got in? He got in Yakitate on DVD.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
Right
only-
Stuff is having a sale on that, 40% off.
Oh, that's might be a good thing to pick up.
Maybe a good idea.
I wonder how much that makes it. Because a lot of times
It was
those
like
40% sales
was
take
like-
it down to Amazon's price, and it's like, oh, thanks.
Thanks. Well, hey, on one hand, I'd rather support Right Stuff than Amazon.
Yeah, but I have Prime shipping, so it hurts. I need that now.
I need that anime now! Lost Universe is a good series. Okay, so here's the thing, right? We got this. We're GigaBoots, as in me, is friends with a person called Omji Fuvi on Twitter. Pretty cool person. Designs websites for a job. Plays Ease games, etc.
Makes some good people. He plays easy.
Yeah, she.
She.
But as of late, been on a kick about Lost Universe, and I don't know if it's the manga or the original book or like the anime in Japanese, but fuck me if it's the English dub, because less than fucking 3 months ago, fucking Mike Anthony from Retroware, one of the writers of Retroware, is like, how's Lost Universe? And I'm like, fucking garbage! It's incredibly bad! I keep taunting Bob. I'm like, one of these weeaboos we're going to review. And he's like, no, I've already seen it all once, thank you.
Never again.
And yet he owns it.
Well, that's how we saw it.
That's how you watch it.
Well, no,
by
see,
owning
that's
it.
the thing. You continue to own it, and yet you're like, I never want to see this again.
What am I gonna
he
do with
keeps
it?
as a
Check this out.
It's a tombstone for the time that died while he watched it. A constant reminder, never forget.
But see, if
I guess I could just give it to JFromHellZeon.com.
just give it to me.
Yeah, no, that's dangerous.
No, that's great. Is it dangerous because I'll play it
Yes.
while you're there?
Uh-huh.
You're selfish. Now, wait a second.
You're
Let's-
paranoid and right.
Let's go back a bit. You said I should give it to jfromhailstheon.com.
Uh-huh.
You're a bad person.
Yes. He might love it. I don't know.
He might fall asleep in the middle of it and then insist it's good. I've seen it happen before. I can't remember with what, but goddamn.
There's a precedence for this event.
Absolutely. He's like, no, I don't do that. Wait, shit, what day is it? I fell asleep at that point in the podcast.
He has a ticker next to his bed. Days since I dreamed in anime. Just 0.
So, yeah.
That Virgil fight's pretty tough.
Okay, just
I
for a
gotta
second,
say.
I thought you were going to go, so meow.
So, yeah.
So, yeah.
How about that?
Last week, I mentioned how I was pretty sure that they were some sort of tool-assisted runs online for Devil May Cry that I was watching.
Yes.
I have confirmed those are labeled as TAS, which is tool-assisted style run.
Yes.
Apparently.
That's what TAS stands for. You didn't know.
I didn't know.
Okay.
I had no idea.
You should have given me that info, and then I could have been like, hey.
I didn't even think about it because it was
Okay.
just another...
Just
'cause
letters.
It's like... it's right next to their name, so I have no
Yeah.
idea if it's part of their name or what.
So check this out.
What's up?
I'm about to run you through speed runs. You ready for this? Any percent means you can beat it with any percent completion. So like Metroid, if you didn't get all the items.
Right.
And check this out, 100%. That means
That means any percent.
that means tool assisted because you're a tool if you do 100% complete run.
Tool assisted means you're actually playing Go.
Means they probably have a Big Mac in their hand because they're not really playing the game.
I want to know exactly what the tools let them do.
I mean, for every game, it's wildly different.
Right.
'Cause honestly, tool-assisted runs are just cool from the, like, how can you break this game with the aid of a computer? It really shouldn't reflect on them as, you know, an
It's
actual
basically
player
a programming
skill.
feat.
Right.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's taking like what's the exact frame where I will jump onto this guy off of his head and into the end of the
Counter him
world.
and then kill Virgil.
Yes.
Who I haven't seen yet.
They will find that exactly the computationally, absolutely bonkers exact most quickest way to beat that game.
Right. And that's cool.
But beyond human capacity. Often people will talk about when they're regular runs, like, this is a task trick because, holy shit, you have to hit it in the exact right frame. And
Right.
if they can do that, they're like, holy shit!
I'm so incredible. Yeah, some of that Yoshi's Island stuff was like that.
Yeah, like, there's that... the biggest dick thing you can do in the Yoshi's Island speedrun is to flutter jump across, like, that. There's like a level with just a lava moat that you're
Yes.
supposed to take a boat across,
But it goes too slow.
It is
So
like
just-
2 seconds faster to flutter jump.
Yep.
So there's no reason to do it, but if you can do it,
Then that's 2 seconds and fuck everybody else.
you have to basically put in perfect, like, timed jump inputs for like a minute.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking nice.
Speedrunners are crazy in the best possible way.
Yeah. So Bob, that's it. Nichijou and DMC 3.
Yeah, I think that is basically all I've done.
Devil May Crap.
Yes. But yeah,
Eric, what have
Nietzsche
you been
must
up-
Joe.
Yes. Eric, what have you been?
Surprisingly, not a lot of Final Fantasy 14.
Wow.
I'm taking a small break. I was like, too much all at once. Help. So I don't have anything to say about that for now. But I got 2 games last week.
Oh right, we
Yep.
played a bit of one of them.
We
I'm
played
sure.
Helldivers,
Yeah, that's it.
which is interesting. I kind of need to play more of it with people. I tried playing it on the Vita.
Oh yeah.
There
I
are-
can't surreptitiously sneak out of here.
Watch
I'm
out.
getting a water.
Oh no! Oh god! Oh no!
Continue.
Okay. I tried it on the Vita. It requires you to use back controls.
Oh yeah. No.
I lasted about 10 minminutes.
Did it run half frame rate? I kind of.
I can't tell.
Okay.
I am not the right person to
All
ask
right.
for that.
I smelled it from the other room. It did.
But I mean, the game is fun. It's kind of like it's described as like a weird tactical Diablo-y thing, co-op thing. You are like space. It's very heavily influenced by Starship Troopers, and you've got a super jingoistic super Earth, and you are the Helldivers who bring democracy to everyone for reasons.
Which is funny that that's the thing it's going for when it's like super fucking almost like exactly Destiny parody in a lot of ways.
There's
like
a lot
you
of
look
that.
at the art style and it sort of lines up with that a lot more than Starship Troopers. And then it's all the whole like, oh no, these other species are endangering us. Let's kill the shit out of them. And it's
Basically.
like, you don't know jack shit about these people, do you? You're just showing up and kicking their ass.
That's kind of exactly what's happening. Yeah.
Which is why it's like, man, you know how much better the marketing would be? It was like, hey, this game is very directly a parody of Destiny. Let's just call it Fate Town.
Well, I think that wasn't their intention, but I think that's ended up how.
That's just
It
how that
was.
timed out, yeah.
Yeah, because there is a lot of there's even Starship Trooper references in like the trophies and stuff.
Oh,
apparently,
okay, that's
so.
cool.
Which also
have
the
you
trophies
seen Starship Troopers?
are. I have,
you?
yeah. It's been a really long time.
Oh, okay, I was like, did you read the book?
No.
I think James Cunningham's the only person I knew who read the book, unless you did.
No, I didn't read the book. I kind of feel like I should, but yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, the game is pretty fun. I think it would benefit more. I've only played it with like Bob for like one mission.
Right,
was
that
super
wasn't
easy.
really enough to
It
get
was
to
not
the
a good
feel
vertical
of-
slice of what I would imagine that game is really about. But it's neat. I think that the biggest thing it has going, because it's just a twin stick shooter, but you can get like these stratagems, which are basically you input a code, which I really like, because it kind of mimics like taking up your wrist thing and going beep beep boop beep and like typing in a orbital like code thing, and they send down like a turret or a machine gun and placement or health or resupply stuff. So that's neat. Overall, I think I would want to put more time into it, but it seems pretty cool so far.
Did either of you go back and play a Potheon? Or?
Not yet, no. I mean, I keep going to try. It controls with the 2D game with the thumbstick. Stop it, people! Please!
Have you been playing anything else?
Yes. I also got La Mulana, EX, for the Vita.
Yes, for the Vita.
That game is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Holy Jesus.
Yes.
Like, man.
Yep.
Moving on.
I'm pretty sure it's the original version, La Mulana, is on Steam.
Yeah?
Yeah. So
because I think they also released it on the WiiWare.
Yeah, it came out on WiiWare first.
Did it? Oh,
yeah.
I thought
because it's made by a Japanese person.
Okay.
That's how that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Cave Story.
Oh no.
This is on PC and WiiWare.
Yeah, but that game is like, I hate saying this to the very core of my soul, but it is.
No, not on this podcast. Not on my watch. It isn't. No.
It's like the Dark Souls.
No. Now that I'm thinking about it, La Mulana might come out before Dark Souls.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I mean,
it did.
Just as a reference point to get people to understand how much this game world doesn't care about you being in it. Like, not that it's indifferent, but like, no, you get out. This is a trap-laden temple that you're exploring. We will try and kill you at every possible turn.
Bob, I've tried delaying this as much as possible, but you and me, we're gonna have to put out the call for a new member of GigaBoots.
Because, oh no, Eric's dead.
He's dead to us.
He's dead to us. And also to the world.
God rest his soul.
But yeah, no, it's a refreshing. It is a Metroidvania, but for a lot of the like Castlevania side of those, which had like the stat increases and equipments and stuff, that the Vania part of that always felt vaguely easy.
Yeah.
And I can't quite gauge how easy Metroids are because I've played all of them to death, and I'm not surprised by them, like going back to replay them. But I feel at some point they were difficult to me.
I want to see you play Metroid 1.
Okay, Metroid 1. Sorry, I'm thinking
that thing's a fucker.
That thing hates you. Yes.
That thing hates everyone. I'm surprised anyone walked out of that with, oh, that was a fun experience.
But they always felt kind of vaguely easy, and all their other Metroidvanias past then were like, if I'm having difficulty, I can always go and level up or find a different route or path. This game is hard. Like, wow.
Yeah.
You start with a teeny-ass whip, and you're sent, go to the dungeon. You can do it.
Conquer God.
Conquer God.
Punch him in the nutsack.
He dies so many times, spike traps, snakes, birds, like
fucking birds.
NES type birds.
Yeah.
Birds that hate you and God.
Them Ninja Gaiden birds.
Yeah.
Do you level up or
you don't level up?
Actually,
there is.
Is there a penalty for dying?
You restart from the last time you saved.
Okay.
There is no other like penalties. Like it's not like a.
It's not like, oh well, half your health bar is gone until you get back to your corpse.
No, there's nothing like that. I mean, you get health increases, but like even things like health increases were acting as sort of like gates. Because there's like an area where you have to go through water, but it's poisoned water. But the more health you have, the longer you can stay in the water.
That's awesome.
But what I thought was really cool is your UI can be upgraded in a similar fashion. Like you have your handy-dandy super portable laptop thing as your menu thing. But you can upgrade it with software that does different things, like a map software where you can record hints from different pools and
really
stuff.
Cool.
You have to buy a waterproof case to use your menu underwater. You can't open the menu if you're underwater unless you have the waterproof case.
That's
really cool.
This game is as awesome as I thought it would be. I've been saving off buying it for about 5 years now because it's been on WiiWare since 2010.
Yeah, there's like a genuine sense of discovery and solving riddles in a temple, and it's just was something that's really I thought was kind of neat as a kind of I don't know there's not so much health drops because that's kind of weird. I
Or
don't
like
know.
health dropping.
But occasionally when you defeat enemies, it'll either be some money, nothing, or like a little soul gem. Basically, bees. And you absorb these little soul gems, and you have a bar underneath your health. And once that bar is filled up, it'll completely heal you.
Oh.
So I got
Interesting.
stuck in like the deepest dungeon I had gone into. I had like 3 health left, and I was like, I need to grind. I need to just kill enemies, not to level up, but to live. So I could just get them to drop enough of those things so I could get a health refill, because there ain't no potions. You can buy like ammunition for your sub weapons and stuff, because you can get like shurikens and knives and caltrops and stuff.
Of course.
But yeah, no, the thing that I was starting to get like, okay, where do I go, game? Help! I finally found the teleport. You can teleport between save spots.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, that way I can, like, the only place that you can actually dependably heal is a hot springs on the very surface. Having going from the deepest, darkest dungeon with 3 health, trying not to die on the way up. Not fun. So finally I can go, I'm about to die, please teleport, and it's a little easier.
Cool.
So that game is really fun. I'm still diving through it. I'm like 2-3 hours in it, and I'm still like, wait, this puts me where? I could go through I'm still finding out stuff, and like, things that happened by accident are like giving me like progression, and like I'm discovering things, and it's been a really long time since a game just sort of let me discover it on its own terms, instead of like, here's where you go back there.
Yeah, a lot of games since Metroid Fusion have been Metroid Fusion.
Yeah. Well, I like Metroid Fusion for what it's worth.
Yes, you do.
That's a good game.
It is very handholdy.
Yeah, but that's sort of the point, I think.
That's the...
It's the conceit of the game.
No, it's okay. They have a narrative conceit for this handholdy bullshit.
Yeah.
That doesn't make that okay.
Yes, it does.
No,
What's
it
wrong
doesn't.
with you?
What? If there was a narrative conceit for a game to be too hard to beat, would that be okay?
If that's part of the message of its conceit, yes, that is fine. It would be an art game. It wouldn't be able to sell like a AAA
Now,
shit.
he's detached from this concept because it isn't real and beating him to death right now. But I guarantee if you played a game that was like, I'm unbeatable, but you knew it wasn't, and you played it and you were like, fuck you. Meanwhile, Metroid Fusion's like, hey, you need to go, okay, see down that hallway? Now you're going to turn right at the end of that hall. Then you're going to see 2 doors on the left. Go in the second one on the left.
That actually exists. It's called Missile Command. I just realized. The whole conceit of that game is you can't win
Holocaust,
missiles.
yeah.
You can't win the Holocaust.
But that's like every arcade game. You can't win.
I know, but that actually made it part of its message.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's...
But you could argue that Pac-Man did the same.
Yes, but it's not really part of it.
You can't keep eating.
You just
Otherwise, your ghost will come to consume you.
Someone's ghost. You have 4 ghosts.
Look out. Your grandparents are assholes and ghosts. But yeah, no. Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
This sort of came up in the middle of that mentally for me. Has anyone other than me in this room heard the Famicom disk system of the original Metroid?
No.
Okay, so that thing, because Metroid was originally a disc game for the NES.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The
Kind of
Famicom...
makes sense with how freaking huge it is.
Yes. The Famicom disk system actually has its own sound chip. So Castlevania 2 and Metroid and all the other games that were made for that, and I think Zelda 2 too, all sounded different originally, and they just sort of, like, they composed the music for that sound. And then when it came to getting it working on a cartridge, they just kept the composition the same, and then it sounded different.
Interesting.
So the main thing about that, it is way more bassy.
Yeah.
The FDS, yeah, its bass is like fucking intense. So that title screen,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, fucking nuts. That and Zelda 2 with half the music in it is just so deep.
Wow.
So I'm going to use that as a segue into, so hey, I've been playing the game where I realized I might have enough money to buy the best headphones in the world. And I go, Daniel, no.
Yeah.
You need a working car.
That is more important.
No, it isn't. On a deep spiritual level, I'll fucking walk.
And have them while listening with the world's best headphones.
I would be robbed. Yes. Those are $1,500 headphones.
What? No, you're crazy.
Yeah, no, they're godlike. They're fucking
Some
quick.
days I am glad to have my body with my inferior organs because I would not be able to tell the difference between the headphones you have, which are like 300.
Yeah.
And 1500, no, no, I don't go insane when my inferior eyeballs can't quite detect the frame rate drops or anything like that. I count myself lucky, but then my organs otherwise don't work.
Otherwise are inferior in really tangibly bad ways.
Yes. In life-ruining ways. Hooray! So no,
you don't understand.
Wait, what? So I actually, I remember I played Olli Olli too. I gave that a try.
Oh yeah. I was gonna ask if anyone played that. You played it?
Yeah, I played it on the Vita, so I don't.
Okay.
It was just like they felt like Olli Olli 1 to me, but
did they include Skater Magic?
Didn't seem as magical as that.
If you were really good,
okay, I could see that.
That's how Olli Olli 1 was.
Oh, yeah.
There are parts where, like, if you jump at a certain point, you start glowing. So I guess that's Skater
pretty magic.
Yeah, that's pretty Skater Magic. So about things happen.
No, you're gonna say this right now.
No,
and not even.
You don't understand.
I do.
No, you don't.
All too well how insane you are.
No, you don't understand. We didn't, as a species, we didn't invent headphones this good until about 6 years ago.
Okay. No.
You're not.
No. No.
You say you're listening, but you're not.
No!
And then I kicked him into a pit. It was because he said I couldn't buy $1,500 headphones, and I'm like, "Fuck you!"
No one tells me I can't buy extremely exorbitant bullshit.
What's that? A poster with Squall and Mickey Mouse on it.
Okay, I'll buy it.
Okay, I'll buy it. What a fucking stupid recurring character. So yeah,
I've named him. I actually lost it. Never mind.
I'm gonna name him either Greg or Tomothy.
I was gonna go with Mitch. I don't know.
Okay. Now I'm just thinking of the kid from Powerpuff Girls.
Which one?
His name was Mitch.
What?
Like the bully in kindergarten? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had black hair. Right? Yeah.
What? I don't.
See, this is coming from the guy, right? He can't remember that, which is sort of understandable. But the other day, we were talking about how pizza dough could, in fact, have food poisoning, in a sense, because it has eggs in it. And I was like, yeah, it could have Salmonella Fitzgerald. And Eric pauses for just 1 second, looks at me and goes, "No, you son of a bitch!" Bob, of course, is just like, what? What's going on, guys?
I remember pilots for cartoon shows that aired. I saw like once for Kids Next Door.
Man, what the hell's that guy's name? Who started all that? It's the guy who does Channel Frederator, did the Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, I don't
yeah,
remember
that guy's
his name.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, he is.
He started Oh Yeah Cartoons and Cartoons.
Yeah.
You know, he was like the head of Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was. And then he was like, "This is a sinking ship."
Get out of
And
here.
he just left.
After making Birdman, it was just like, no more.
No, he was okay, so check this out. That dude, which I cannot remember the name of, whose name is Fred.
Speaking of Hanna-Barbera, they're fucking still making Flintstones specials and selling them to people for money.
I saw an ad for that.
What? No. It's 2015.
You guys are-
You are done, Flintstones.
guys
You
are
had your time in the sun.
Really gonna regret telling me that.
But the Flintstones WWE crossover.
Oh, right, just like the Scooby-Doo thing.
Yeah.
Which, Scooby-Doo.
John Cena and Scooby-Doo team up to bench press?
I don't know. I don't like wrestling, but
Robbery.
I find the thought of those crossovers hilarious. I don't know what about it.
I mean, it is kind of in the spirit of the old
silly.
cartoons, like it's Cher and Sonny because of reasons. Or it's Batman and Robin. What the fuck?
So about those headphones.
No.
You listen, you say you understand.
No, I don't
No,
understand
you
your.
know-
I understand your condition.
Here's the thing, right?
mean,
Here's why it's easy for me to say no to it.
Okay.
Because I also need an amp. And though I have a headphone amp,
Oh no.
it isn't up to snuff for those headphones.
It's not gold. Gold.
No, actually, literally, it's a power issue. Because those headphones require a stronger signal to power them because they have a larger resistance. It's a very electrical thing. It's a feature.
Okay.
You could say called impedance.
Okay.
So, I would need $800 headphone amp. I'd probably go for the $1,500 one.
You could just buy a new car at this point.
I mean, I could buy a used car.
A new used car.
Or I could make a down payment on a regretful decision. I could do that. That's a thing I could do.
You could buy land. You could buy stocks. You could make any one of a number of other decisions in your life that would benefit you more than buying these stupid, expensive headphones.
But I could also make so many that would benefit me less.
True.
Much like the stocks thing.
You could buy $2,000 worth of blow.
Have you ever done blow?
No.
I don't think we're qualified to make that opportunity cost judgment call.
Gentlemen, it is time to test this theory.
I mean, you could always just buy $2,000 of breakfast burritos. No one stopped you.
What am I going to do with 300 breakfast burritos?
Fucking just a Mythbusters episode. It's like, you can't do a pound of coke and live. Who said this? This isn't a colloquialism.
Why do we have to do this? It's in your contract. Shit.
What's the name of those two fuckers who run it?
Adam Savage and
Jimmy something?
Whatever.
Mike Heineman.
Something
Not
Heineman. I don't think it's Mike.
Jamie Heineman.
Jamie, not Jimmy.
So
okay.
Those two, coked out, is good television. I don't...
Who's to say they aren't?
I mean...
They might be.
They could be.
We'll never know.
They made the executive call, hey, let's
Until
use
the
black
tell-all
magic...
biography.
Let's use black magic cameras, which you basically have to be on drugs to think that's a good move. Says the guy. But
Who
a black
has
magic
a black
camera.
magic
God damn it. So, hey.
Yep.
Hi. I played Azure Dreams.
Cool. Like,
Or
not
Azure
the Game Boy.
Dreams.
Either
But
one.
for the PlayStation.
But for the both.
Because
yes.
did we mention last time how you were like, man, I think I'm gonna buy this within
Yeah, that was mid-podcast.
Oh, right.
Mid-podcast, you're like, I'm gonna have to buy this sometime this week because I can't hold out. Like, we paused between segments and he just bought it. He's like, I didn't even last a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how is that? Was it worth the not waiting?
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely. Especially since that was my pretend internet money
Yeah.
from my retroware work.
That's not Bitcoin.
Which couldn't be pulled to my account anyways because of a monthly withdrawal limit.
Right.
Yeah, it was totally fucking worth it.
Cool.
That game's really good. That game's good in a way that I really worried it wasn't going to be when I came back to it. And I spent like the first hour kind of worried. I was
Yeah,
like,
you're a little worried
fuck,
from like
what
the
if-
Game Boy. Like, what if
what
it's
if
like
these-
this?
No, I wasn't worried about it being that bad because holy shit, did they compromise everything about what made that game good with the Game Boy version. But I was worried that like it just wouldn't be balanced well in a way where like it's a roguelike. I vaguely described it last time. You go in the tower and every time you do, your levels wipe. You can only carry 5 items in. Your monsters take 1 item slot each and they can continue to level, but that's it. So you can bring in a couple pieces of equipment and a monster and like 2 other items. And I was worried that the balance would make it so that, you know, I wouldn't make much progress on each run, and that would suck. So, you know, I fucked up a couple times. I let them kill me, and when you die, you lose every fucking item in your possession and wake up back in town with none of the money you had in the tower. It is really
what do you carry
brutal.
with you besides?
A broken pen in the new baby.
Yep.
What? What?
But
What do you carry with you besides monsters if all your items are gone?
you find items in the tower. So
Well, I guess so. When you
go
when
into
you
the
take
tower.
it back with you, when you go back into the tower,
Yes.
you can carry 5 items with you, or
into the tower.
Okay.
You can carry 20 items total,
but
maybe
if
more.
all of them are gone, when you what do you bring back besides monsters?
Well, if you die, you bring back jack shit.
But you can
your
leave
monsters
without dying.
find their way back into town. Yes,
Okay,
you
so
can
basically
leave without
fill up-
dying.
Basically, fill up all your slots with
But
monsters.
here's the
because
thing
no
with this
items.
game,
Yeah.
and this is where the balance could be broken if you severely fuck up at playing it. You need to find an item in the tower to leave.
Right, yeah.
That is random. So sometimes
I played a
you just try real hard.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So then you have to look on that time you spent with it going, well, I leveled up my dragon.
There was a similar like roguelike-ish game I played on Congregate a while back that had that same mechanic where you had to escape, you had to find that item. But they kind of mitigated that by it's always on a certain level every time you go back.
Yeah, I've seen things like that. So here's the weird thing about Azure Dreams I totally didn't remember.
Yep. Shit's blue.
So it starts out, and you're staring at a cherub, and you're in the sky, and it's playing holy music, and you name yourself.
Oh.
After you name yourself, it then does a top-down from the sky aerial dive spinning into your house.
Like an ActRaiser Mode 7 type shit?
Completely, but in CG.
Huh.
I think someone from ActRaiser worked on this.
Okay.
Because those are so back-to-back the exact same shit that it's like, no. And I'm pretty sure Quintet was fucked by then, so...
Oh, yeah. By
Yeah.
PlayStation? No, they were done.
They were like, here's the best RPG ever made. Could we release it to the States? And like, Nintendo of America's like, nah, talk to Europe. Europe's like, sure, we'll sell it to the 10 Germans who own a Super Famicom. Here we go.
Oh, Terranigma.
Terranigma. I need to get the US patch for that sometime so we can let's play it.
That'd be cool.
It
Yeah,
would be cool.
that game
Because
looks
Quintet
fucking
rocks.
Amazing.
I can't remember. Did Quintet also make a Legend of Gaia or whatever on the...
Yes.
Okay,
And
that blows
Soul
my
Blazer,
mind
yeah.
because, like, ActRaiser's amazing. Legend of Gaia is nowhere near as good. I never would have guessed those were the same people. Also, Yuzo Koshiro music. Pretty sure it's not there.
Yeah.
It's also not in Azure Dreams, but, you know, the soundtrack's really good.
I don't
Really
know.
catchy.
What is he doing
Sounds
nowadays?
nice. I have no idea. There's actually this larger conversation happening in video games of astonishment where people our age are like, but you composed Mega Man 2! What do you mean you don't know you're awesome? And they're just like working some shitty job in Japan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's a good point. Yuzo Koshiro's probably doing the exact same thing. Which is just like, dude, you've made some of the best music ever. Ever.
I was really surprised. There was some random fact in that game trailers video I was watching of like the composer for Chrono Trigger was some sound programmer there, and then he's just like, "No, I'm if I don't compose this, I'm gonna go quit."
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Was that Yasunori Katase? Did it say?
That sounds familiar. It might have been that.
Okay, because if I'm not mistaken, that person also worked on Xenoblade, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe. I
believe
know.
it was a team of 3+ composers who did Xenoblade, one of which was the Parasite Eve person. It's good music.
Those-
Why don't we get good music in video games anymore?
Okay, sometimes.
We do in indie games.
Yeah.
Shovel Knight has great music.
Bastard has great music.
Hotline Miami has great music.
Transistor, I've heard, has great music.
I've heard Transistor
has Transistor music.
The dynamic theme for Transistor.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, another situation of, oh, Japan's not making games.
Ground Zeroes.
Okay, yeah, no, that didn't happen.
We got one good note in that. You know what it was? Boo! That was it. That was all we got.
Oh, well, we also got Yes to You, Nikolai.
Yeah, but it was just like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good song. It's a great song. It's
Yeah.
like whatever. But then when you know the meaning behind it, it's like, wow, this implementation of this is kind of fucking shit.
Or maybe it's not because Kojima. I don't know.
No.
No. Maybe it is because Kojima.
No.
No.
I feel like anybody who does it. Let's not talk about that.
Okay.
Let's talk about Azure Dreams.
Go on.
So Azure Dreams.
It's
really
not those
great.
headphones, so let's go on.
Yeah, so this is safe for you to talk about, Dan. Did you say headphones? Oh, no. But yeah, no, those headphones.
God damn it.
Yeah, Azure Dreams are really, really good. We'll be doing something for the site with it soon, hopefully. I spent about 5 hours with it, and that was long enough for me to be like, this is fucking great. You know who actually, in all sincerity, kind of got me to buy it again?
Who?
About a year and a half ago, I had a conversation with Sarah Jaylene, who was a programmer on... actually, Steam support was her role on Freedom Planet, though she did a lot more than that. And brought over all those Rocket Android games. I had a conversation with her, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't really like roguelikes. And then somehow we got to Azure Dreams, and I was like, I fucking love Azure Dreams. So she's like, yeah, that's a roguelike.
I gotta tell you right now.
And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, no, that game's incredible. But at that point in time, and a year and a half ago, maybe 2, it was like $70.
Jesus.
Yeah, that game was in high fucking demand. Because it's a great fucking game. And I guess there was... So here's the amazing thing, right? No real reviews of it on the internet. One YouTuber about 4 years ago made a review of it, and it's just schlock. You know how the AVGN happened? And then there were the people who clearly just took that formula and kind of have a derivative product?
Yeah.
And I know we're still getting that, but that was like even more so apparent back then. So that guy was kind of doing that.
Oh boy.
Right. Which is why our approach in 2011 of being game trailers until it just goes insane was refreshing.
Yeah.
Especially 2 game trailers. Man, we should just start doing direct parodies of other review sites and making reviews in that style and then posting it in their community video section. It worked great for game trailers.
It did.
So in any case, I don't know how there aren't more reviews or good videos of Azure Dreams on YouTube. But I'm happy that YouTube now supports 60 frames per second. We get to put that up because Azure Dreams is a great game.
Okay.
And I hope to talk about it in a video format sometime soon.
Cool, great. No.
I heard you people like nudes.
Oh.
Again?
Hey, welcome to the nudes.
Whoa.
Bum, 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 bum. Yeah.
This
it's
joke
nudes.
that never gets old.
Nah. Look, man, that's high humor for a news segment. Also, I will use this. Take this moment.
Yeah.
Where you are currently criticizing the joke. Take this moment to just imagine people talking about the nudes.
Look, man.
I guess you don't have to imagine that hard because of the celebrity leak late last year.
I guess.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's too true.
So, Bob, Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pan. Its release date leaked. IGN was going to announce it on Wednesday, but then IGN bumfucked Egypt.
Someone shit the bed.
Leaked it on Tuesday.
Whoa.
And so everybody but IGN got to talk about it. And IGN did all the fancy footwork to get that exclusive.
Right.
Bob, when is it coming out?
It's coming out September 1st.
Oh my god, 9/1.
Whoa.
But if you have double vision, 9/11.
Oh!
Never forget. Edgy.
Or 91/91.
Is that bad? Shall I remember that?
Probably. It's probably 9/11 times 99 or something.
Oh my god.
That's so intense. Does anyone care? Do you care?
I mean, I was really thinking it'd be sooner, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah, just because it's like,
How sooner?
I don't know. I was kind of expecting midsummer. Like, I didn't.
For some reason.
It being off in fall is just like, oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know. I see it as one of those very high budget games where they just want to stick it closer to the holiday season so that way there's a bit more hype coming off of it
I guess.
when you go to buy video games. Because the only thing that has ever sold well in the summer is The Last of Us. And that's because of zombies. Thanks, The Walking Dead.
Metal Gear Solid 4 released in the summer, so that's the other thing that kind of made me think, okay, maybe that was 5.
That's true. It did release in June.
Right.
But it was hella pushback to that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And even then they were like, okay, look, we need to make a date or this isn't happening. June. That sounds good. And then somebody's like, we don't have enough time for all of this now. Kojima's like, great. And that's how Metal Gear Solid 4 was born. A pile of mistakes. I am going to be a happier person when that game's out.
Right?
Now,
Yeah.
does that mean I'm excited for that game? No. That does mean I want that game to get the fuck out of the news and be in the real.
And apparently it's gonna be his last Metal Gear Solid.
No one
game.
gives a fuck when he says that. He's
Yeah, I
been
know.
saying that since 2.
Yeah, that's true.
It's been what, like 15 years or something? Getting close?
Oh, how long he's been doing Metal Gear?
No, how long he's been saying he's done with Metal Gear?
Yes, then that would be about 15 years, yeah.
Um,
Okay, so here, real quick, I had a thought.
What's up?
Tell me what you guys think of this. Metal Gear Solid 1 is the only Metal Gear Solid game with a good control scheme until 5. Because check this out. 2, 3, 4 all suck at 3D controls.
I really enjoy 2, but I feel like they didn't advance it enough in 3 and 4 to make it actually good.
Well, see, that's the thing. You can't turn the camera perspective in 2.
You can't, but they designed the stages in a
Not
way.
always. Go back and play it.
Here's where Dan may choke me. I've not played.
Eric, I know you're a piece of shit.
I haven't played 2, 3, or 4, and I only played the Twin Snakes of 1.
Yeah. You're a piece of shit. What do you... Eric, you're a piece of shit. I didn't know.
What? I'm just finding this out right now.
Right now. Let me think again. You Twin Snakes playing piece of shit.
Yeah?
Go enjoy
I am that.
your fucking... I can't... Eternal Darkness. You shit lord.
I played that
Too
for a
human.
little bit.
Well, it was made by the same people.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It was.
Yeah, it was Silicon Knights.
Woo.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's you're being attached to a pedophile right now.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that dude got arrested for
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
It wasn't the main dude.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
the fuck was his name? Gay?
Dyack.
Dennis Dyack. Yeah, it wasn't him. It was the other main dude involved with their new Kickstarter who has been at the studio forever. And he's in fucking jail, as
Wow.
far as I know.
Okay.
And that's what you get for not playing real Metal Gear. To be fair, if you're going to play 1, play 2. Like, if you're going to play one of the Metal Gear Solid
Okay, I
games,
was like, play 1, play
Play
2,
2.
but play 3, but play 4.
Really, just play Revengeance. Screw the rest.
well, that is the one that screams about blood on the
Screw
sand.
you, I'm gonna play Metal Gear Acid. Sorry,
like
Acid. Because that's an exclamation.
I still think Metal Gear Acid 2 had an amazing art style and an even better trailer, but was still a card game.
Sure.
I really enjoyed the first one. I didn't get to play much of 2, but...
Which is a damn shame because you're like, I really enjoyed the first one. I'm not going to play 2. And I'm like, but I need to know if it's good. Demos are hard.
Yeah.
Assholes. What? I really needed to know if it was good because Metal Gear Acid 1 was almost good enough to buy.
It was almost all right.
You just draw a card that's like stealth. It's like so stupid. It's so stupid and meta to draw a card that's like cardboard box. And then you're in one. Yeah. So we're gonna move on.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that's my idea. Because the camera angle is pointed away from the door that all the soldiers are storming in and shooting you to death. Metal Gear Solid 2's control scheme isn't adequate for a 3D game. Metal Gear Solid 3 and 4's also aren't for different reasons.
Right.
Because fucking camera mostly, but 4 because holy shit.
One other thing on this...
Somebody took a sledgehammer to Gears of War's knees. Metal Gear Solid 4 is what comes out. It's like hobbling around being like, look, cover shooter!
But yeah, I was really surprised that they would like hype this announcement and had no trailer or anything. It was just, oh, and then it's gonna be some weird little interview with Kojima where he doesn't tell you anything.
I mean, this is
a date.
This is why I'm so angry at video game news. Like most of the time, it's just like that's not a fucking announcement.
That's just something that could be a press release.
I mean, that's one tiny piece of data. That's not an event. That's like, could you fathom Apple throwing an event and all they say is the Apple Watch is $299?
Yeah,
that was it. That was the only new info.
Why wouldn't they just wait till E3 and be like, whoa, it's gonna be in September and here's like all this cool stuff we want to show?
I want them to stop fucking showing things. You and I are in opposite directions on this. I want him to show up at the next 3 trade shows and just shut the fuck up.
It's so weird how some games, the more you see of them, the less interested you get. But with others, it's like, I want to see more. They give me more of this. Like, the order every time is just like, I don't.
Well,
care.
okay.
And with Phantom Pain, I'm just like, oh, that's kind of neat. And then it was like, oh, it's a Metal Gear game. Oh, I hear you riding through a desert. Oh.
Well, see,
Like,
here's
more
the
and
thing.
more, I'm just like,
for the order, it's because every time they showed it, it looked the exact fucking same, and might as well have been the same demo.
Gotcha.
For Metal Gear, it's because those things aren't fun to watch.
Oh, first
Like-
one was Giant Flaming Whale. What is this?
No,
that was great.
The gameplay.
Oh, the gameplay
is not fun to watch. You look at it and you go, "Cool, I want to play that." But after so long, after so many hours of footage of that feeling, it's like, stop showing me the rich kid playing on his iPad. I want a fucking iPad. Like, that's why it's not cool. And the story stuff, like, for one, Ground Zero shit the bed story-wise. It's like, hey, we need to tie together, like, Peace Walker in the main series. Okay.
Why does he have shit in his
You,
forehead?
important person from Peace Walker. Out you go. Woo! Problem solved. We done blowed her up. And he's injured.
He's got shit in his head now.
At the beginning of the next one.
Yeah,
Maybe, probably.
throughout the whole thing, I assume. He just has this embedded piece of shrapnel.
But
on his
as of
head.
the end of Ground Zeroes, they didn't even establish that.
Yeah.
That is how, like, not even a full punch that game is.
All we know is that they played him like a damn fiddle, so... But no, the inverse of that for me is I'm scared to watch more videos of Bloodborne because I don't want to be more interested in that game because I know, like, it's horror plus hard game. These are not good combinations for Eric of GigaBoots.
It's okay, though, because there's a narrative conceit for how much that game's going to rape you. So you should buy it.
I will eat your soul.
No. It's called Bloodborne. Because it's a fun game to play, and then it beats you over the head like a disease. You're like, how is a disease a fun thing to play? And I'm like, one moment.
Okay.
Diseases are fun, right, Eric?
They're great.
Okay.
Oh, that
I
reminds
wouldn't
me.
know. I don't have any
Oh,
that I know
I
of.
was watching Bob play Devil May Cry on that weird, like, tentacle weird
the
tumor boss.
That thing is the hardest freaking thing in the game.
I made the mistake, and also the assertion that we have lots of movies where people get shrunk down and go into people's bodies. We need the disease puncher that goes into your body and fights the disease on its terms and beats it up.
So is that a game or a movie?
Yes.
So it's a transmedia event.
I want this. I want someone to go into someone's body and punch a tumor out of you.
So
And that's how he cures
this
people.
This is the new Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
I thought this was the sequel to Metal Gear Rising. So he's got to cut out the tumors, and he's a little robot man.
So it's Osmosis Jones, Revengeance.
yes.
Osmosis Jones was kind of that.
Yeah, it was. That was a pretty good movie, actually.
Yeah, as I recall it. And then it was a shitty cartoon.
It sure was. Holy shit.
Like, it was just incredible how shit of a cartoon it was. Really prepared me for all the other movies that would crudely be turned into shitty cartoons. And Pokemon. So, Freedom Planet was announced for the Wii U.
Moving on. I don't... Eh?
The amazing,
You know what? Great for him. People bought his game and liked it, and
Yeah,
put
and
it onto the
and it just keeps doing well, as far as I can tell, because people keep showing up to be like, "This game's good" in my comment section, and I'm like, I didn't say it was bad. I just said the story was like a fucking disease that wouldn't get out of my head. Also, in that it's derivative, so by the essence of that, it's not great. That's what I fucking said. But of course, I was a big, mean, mad man on the internet.
to a thing that they liked. And how dare you
and
criticize
also,
the thing
you
that
know
they
what?
enjoy?
Fuck it, Steven. I don't know if you're fucking listening. You're probably not. Probably for the best if you just stop right here if you are somehow. Fucking... If you like that story, fuck you! Just fuck you! You don't have any critical faculties in your whole being. How dare you shit on a reviewer if you're humanly capable of enjoying that review or that fucking game? That story is so bad. So bad.
Okay.
There are just so many sentences in it that just eat away. There are so many elements of that plot that don't make sense. To the point of he just removed the intro, like half of it. Oh, they're not thieves now. But later they reference being thieves. But,
I've only seen snippets. I haven't experienced it in whole like you have. So I'm not equipped to judge, really.
There are furries in it, and it's Sonic-like.
Cool, great.
Oh, look, you could be judgmental just like Sonic mods. I'm sure all the people who bought the Sonic Boom will buy Freedom Planet.
I didn't need that thought. I didn't need to be reminded that people bought Sonic Boom to not rip on it on the
So
internet.
I'm gonna fucking go up and down with this like a fucking sine wave. You ready for this next thing? Bit of an uplift. Rock Band 4 was announced. It is coming out on the PS4 and Xbox One.
Yep.
They have not mentioned last console generation.
That does not
And
surprise me.
they're talking that it will support the hardware and your purchase history will be brought over.
Good, because
Yes.
we don't need more plastic shit in the stores.
So they fixed every single problem. There's gonna be.
Yeah, they're gonna
Of course
have
there
to.
are. Of course there are.
They're teaming up with Mad Cats, but they're already talking about how they aren't having the nuclear arms race that they had with Activision last time.
There is that.
Because that didn't work out for anyone, including the store,
jeez.
the stores.
Including all
So-
the chopping down those plastic trees.
Yeah.
They're just gone forever.
I'm the Lorax. I speak for the trees, because the trees are a bitch. So in any
The
case,
trees are passive-aggressive assholes who don't want to confront their problems.
as soon as you leave, they don't shut the fuck up. Hey, did you see that asshole? He cut down Ned. What an asshole. Why didn't you tell him that? Fuck you, man. I was gonna, but I was asleep.
How did you know that he was chopped down?
I like how you're...
Turns to another tree. Man, this Lorix guy's an asshole.
The lyrics for you is Jimmy. Like, I'm doing a droopy. It comes off as Jimmy from you. Like, hey, here's the joke.
Look, I don't have a lot of range.
Look, the Lorax sucks. Listen to me for a bit here. Fuck the Lorax. What a shit story. Dr. Seuss was all, trees. Fucking great, 10 out of 10. In any case, so Rock Band 4 fixed all of the problems I should be having with it.
Yeah?
I just don't care.
You just don't care?
There's no part of me that's just like time to get back into. Maybe they'll show a thing because they're talking about how what they did with Rock Band 3 was wrong because they innovated in a bunch of ways that they really didn't need to. And then on top of that, for the new one, they're gonna get back to the root of what made that experience good and innovate in more specific ways that are core to that. Not just a bunch of weird features like. And they didn't list this, but I'm pretty sure it is this. Pro guitar, pro drums, learn how to play actual guitar sort of thing. And, I mean, that's cool. If you just
moved on with your life, you cannot drudge up any
I
care
still
from
have-
Give a Fuck Bay.
I still have the keyboard. I still have the fucking drums and guitars and mics. I have hundreds of songs. Hundreds.
You are the prime target for this game.
And I don't care.
And you don't care.
No, I'm fucking open to the idea. I'm open to the idea that they'll show a trailer and it'll be like, here's this cool thing that makes this experience much better and now doesn't take forever to load and the graphics are somewhat good. And maybe something will click, but I really don't see it coming. I have people coming to me that are like, Dan, Rock Band 4, and they're fucking psyched as shit because I'm their Rock Band friend.
Yeah.
The guy with hundreds of songs and every instrument. And I just look back at them and I'm like, yep.
Sure is that. It happens. It's just sometimes you just fall. I need to stop talking. This is very eerily reminiscent of my own personal life and ex-girlfriend.
Sometimes you fall out of love with the fuck. I'm gonna go drink. Booze. Booze, 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 booze. I just didn't feel like it was the guy, of course. It was like Rock Band 4. He was like, Maybe because he was not excited about Morpheus and he was super excited about this. Complete opposite from me.
Yeah.
He was like, maybe they'll add Morpheus support. And I was like, yeah, so that way you can be in the audience watching a shitty band on stage fake play a song poorly.
That sounds incredible.
Yep.
I was like, deal with those, like, good roader. What are those people called who tag along with the band? Roadies.
Yeah.
Just like, whoa! Want to do some blow? No!
Not right now, thank you!
I'm going to play the guy who doesn't just do only covers of songs. I know nothing else.
Time to play Everlong for the 30th time. Some of the songs from Rock Band 1 and 2, I got into the bands entirely because of those games. When Rock Band 3 came out, it really just was this whole new layer of yeah, these are songs we wanted for a while. I guess they're here now. That's good. And that's I waited months to buy Rock Band 3, and I bought it for cheap, $15 or whatever, like 20, $15. I was not giving the fuck buy Rock Band 3.
Yeah, they had already oversaturated at that point.
Well, their DLC plan fucking blows dick. If they would release, I don't know, a Modest Mouse song every now and again, something that wasn't Foo Fighters every now and again, because they have 8 or 9 Foo Fighters DLC packs.
Jeez.
Yeah,
right,
they have a lot of Foo Fighters.
I guess they know what sells.
I'm sure it does sell.
We gotta fight that Foo.
Yeah. But another part of this that they're talking about is it's going to be a constant ongoing effort to get all the songs over. So not every song in Rock Band is going to be there at launch.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. What was it? If you want to learn more about this, Giant Bomb has an interview that Alex Navarro, a former employee of Harmonix, who works at Giant Bomb now, doing an interview with different members of the staff talking about it. So pretty informative as fuck.
Yeah.
That podcast snippet. It's on their site. It's also a podcast, but I don't remember the name of the podcast. I think it's called Interview Dump Truck.
Okay.
I just love it. This is interviews are garbage. But yeah, no. In any case, so Rock Band 4. I should care. I don't. Maybe that'll change. Now back down. NVIDIA console announced. It's named Shield. Are you ready for this, Eric? Tell me if this sounds familiar.
Uh-huh.
It's a console running on Android.
Oh, God.
With its own marketplace that you buy for less than the cost of a real console.
Okay.
It has its own shitty, terrible controller.
Okay.
And it doesn't play any of the games that are already out.
Are we high on a beach yet?
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's a... Yeah. NVIDIA has some good, strong hardware in it. Not that the Borderlands pre-sequel demo they showed would show that off.
Yes, that press conference they did for it during GDC was so bad.
It was really fucking bad. First they show off...
it's worth watching because it's so bad, I think.
Yeah. Worth watching?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. It's it's straight up Konami 2009 material of who thought... So Borderlands the pre-sequel is the most recent Borderlands game, not even made by the official Gearbox, right? Apparently, this is how they present it during the show. They're like, the people over at Gearbox handed over the source code to Borderlands the pre-sequel, and we ported it to the NVIDIA Shield, which they're calling this thing the NVIDIA Shield, making it the third product NVIDIA has released called the NVIDIA Shield.
Yeah.
Because one's called the NVIDIA Shield. The second one's called the NVIDIA Shield Tablet. Then the third one's called the NVIDIA Shield again. So they're coming out with that. And they're like, we ported it to the NVIDIA Shield.
The third one's called the new 3DS.
The new 3DS. Fuck. They're coming out with it, and they're like, hey, we ported this as ourselves. It didn't take that much time at all. It's great. It's immediately, as soon as we got the code over, it was running great. Blah, 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 blah. They show it, and it's running like garbage. Borderlands 2 on the Vita.
Oh, shit.
Levels of garbage. Ooh. It may look better than that, but it runs like shit. Immediately, they follow that up with, what was it, Doom 3?
Doom 3.
They were like, look at Doom 3 running at 60 frames per second. I'm like, wow, my computer for 2002 is real jealous. And then they followed it up with an actually good-looking, like, Crysis 3.
Crysis 3
running
multiplayer was 2 people only.
2. It was great.
What is this, Super
And
Nintendo?
then you got to watch CEOs play Crysis 3 poorly. One of which from the company who made Crysis 3.
I think that they were just pretending to play it while they were talking over
I
it.
sincerely hope, because
Were they
they're
doing
so
this with, like,
disconnected.
index fingers on the buttons. Like, clack, click, clack.
Might as well have been. They're like, oh, I'm gonna punch you. And then they would swing it air. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? By the way, this controller, because I didn't describe it, is almost a box. Just a fucking rectangular cube. It is
Guys, here's a tip. When you design a controller, just make the GameCube controller again. Done.
done and done.
Someone else did your job for you better than anyone else ever could.
Their name's Nintendo. Fucking Bob was like, man, it's like the original Xbox controller. And I spun my seat. I'm like, don't you even fucking slander that thing.
Don't you drag the Duke in through the mud.
Yeah. Because I pulled it up and he's like, oh my God. Because it looks like a controller. The controller for the NVIDIA Shield looks like a box. Because, like, it has
And
almost...
no conforming to the hands, period.
Like, it's got a trapezoid thing going on, right? And at the bottom, where the handle should end, the middle is filled in, so you can't stick your fingers in, so it looks like a box, and it feels like a box.
That reminds me, the console itself.
And it quacks like a box.
Okay. So he's like, the console itself has an innovative new design, beautifully designed to look different from every angle. It looks like a sleek piece of equipment, but in fact, each angle is unique. And it's just spinning spinning the console with the light striking on it, and you could just see there are like sharp angles doing nothing. And like when you sit it down, it won't sit right.
Right. Not only is it like pretty ugly and pretty typical of what you expect from NVIDIA, he doesn't even have like an automatic turntable. He's turning it himself by hand, then he picks it up. He spends like 5 minutes talking about how beautiful the design is. And the whole time it's just like, okay, we should...
Once
Move
again,
along.
I refer you to the GameCube, a literal cube for your games. It was great, and it had a handle.
Yeah. It was smart. I like this. So yeah, basically, to break down what this is, it's using NVIDIA's highest end mobile hardware, but since it's a console plugged into the wall, they can run it faster and better. So it's pretty powerful hardware. According to them, twice as powerful an Xbox 360, which is great, except for the part where the Xbox 360 is almost 10 years old.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that one more time so everyone in this room can take that in for a moment. The Xbox 360 is almost 10 years old. You're old!
Ooh, time inevitably marches forward. Death comes for us all.
My hairline inevitably recedes backward. Retreat! The world is a terrifying place! By the way, no, I'm not balding. My brother is. Ha!
Wow.
What?
Zing!
I know that guy's jealous. You know what? Fuck that. I get to laugh about it. I spent most of my early 20s fearing the day I would go bald like Steve. And somewhere around 26, it finally clicked it wasn't happening, and I was happy. I was like, wait, no, Steve was bald as fuck by now. I'm fine! Fuck you, Steve!
I never have to worry about that.
Half
Thanks,
brothers.
genetics.
Half brothers are great. Any other comments you want to make about the NVIDIA console?
They also kind of pushed their whole cloud.
Yeah, so,
thing.
okay, so they got a thing where they're going to use some high-end GPUs to play games super well on their end, kind of like PlayStation Now, but PC.
Okay.
So they're going to stream the game to you, and you're going to play it on the NVIDIA console, or you can play it on, like, the smaller device that's only $50 or whatever. I forget what the deal with that was.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, it's basically what OnLive was trying to be, but NVIDIA's doing it now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
They had some weird thing where it's like you can pay for the 720p tier or the 1080p tier. 2 different tiers.
Okay.
It was a little weird.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that looks like another garbage Android console, but at least it's made by people who can make hardware.
What really surprised me, it's like $200.
Yeah. It's
$200 for a double Xbox with no games?
Double Xbox with no games in the Ouya business model.
One of the weirdest things they were showing on the store for it is that Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is coming to it.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. So it's getting a lot of PC ports, which, as I understand it, NVIDIA's tools make it a lot easier to port something from PC to Android. And they've been developing these tools for a long time, so you could probably see a good bit of ports on it if it succeeded. I just don't think it's going to succeed. Because it's another console, and it's not made by the major three.
Yeah, well.
But hey, this thing's capable of driving at 60 frames per second a 4K TV. So when they described the device, multiple times they said this is the first 4K TV at 60 frames per second. And then they didn't say the word capable. They just kept rolling onto their sentence. And we're like, so it's a TV?
Right.
And that was the first 10 minutes of that fucking press conference. The whole thing's a fucking nightmare of what are you saying? And then it becomes,
happening?
what are you doing? And then it ends with, why did you do this? So going down deeper before we come up again, Steam boxes. They showed off a bunch and gave a date. They showed off the new controller too.
The
The
again
cheap-
redesigned controller.
Yes.
That was analog stick, because, oh god.
Because sweet God, Jesus.
We love sticks. Give us more sticks.
So somebody, I forget who it was, pointed out that the cheapest Steam box is still $470. Has half as much RAM as a PS4, so 4 gigs of RAM, has a way weaker processor, and has worse graphics. So what sort of contrarian fuck is buying that? To just be like, no, I don't like consoles. I like Linux. I like Steam boxes. They're real gaming.
I don't know.
You're like a person I don't want to be trapped in a room with. And I'm like, well, don't work at a game store. Bob's like, yeah.
At least you're paid to be trapped in that room.
You know, for me, it makes it better. A lot of people don't have that mechanism in their brain to go, hey, while you're sitting here talking to me, I'm getting paid money, so you're losing because I don't care. More hand jobs? Okay.
Okay, great.
Whatever. Hey, let's move on past that unless anybody has
Yeah, I don't have
anything
nothing
else.
to say about it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
they were all insanely expensive, basically.
there was one that was 5,000, is that right?
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
The amazing part, don't even think of it like that. It's 5,000. Chances are by the end of this gen, it won't be able to play the games that the PS4 can, because that's how this always goes.
I think that the 5000 one didn't even have that great of specs. Like it was
mean,
from that weirdo company, so it's like, oh well, they don't.
Falcon?
Yeah, they don't have great specs, but the warranty's great, and it's like, okay,
Who gives a fuck?
you're paying $5,000. It better be.
I mean, that.
Do you know how many headphones I could buy with $5,000?
3.
Maybe 3.
And then, like, one more to just trash. $500 headphones. Throws it in a trash compactor.
What am I, some sort of fucking peasant?
God, what am I going to listen to on this? Backstreet Boys? No, thank you.
So what's this thing about Wolfenstein?
Wolfenstein: The Old Blood is a standalone DLC coming for Wolfenstein. It's $20, and it like takes place before the New Order, so it's like in original Wolfenstein time. Like, it's just so weird that they're doing this with last year's Wolfenstein game.
That is.
Because
I
that's
like
kind of
this
like Far
trend,
Cry.
though.
Yeah, me too.
Like with like Blood Dragon and like this too.
Yeah.
Like, just like you struck a standalone. It's gonna be crazy. Great.
And
Yeah, I'm really disappointed that Far Cry 4's DLC
is like Yeti Town.
Yeah, it
Yeti Town sounds like a cool place to go.
If it was called Yeti Town, it would be fine.
right. The trailer though just looks like it takes itself super seriously and is just a boring expansion to a boring game. I don't know.
Welcome to Bob shitting on video games.
Oh, no.
Today,
Far Cry Blood Yeti.
more like Fart Cry. Am I right?
More like Fart Die.
That didn't work so well. You need to fart try harder.
No. 4.
So yeah, I'm really excited that they're doing that with this because I felt like the New Order was cool. I didn't need the size of game it wanted to be, and a cheaper package and a standalone thing is always cool in my opinion because I feel like most AAA games, they think they're doing a service to you when they eat your soul, when they just take your time wholesale. And I'm like, nah, you want to give me like a fresh feeling, short, condensed experience. I'm cool with that. And that's why Dan bought mostly digital games last gen.
Yep. It was, and where it's so much after, it'd be super weird. It was like, oh, you don't have your Wolfenstein disc anymore. You
Yes.
can't play this.
Yeah, I feel like that's
It's been a
probably
year.
a lot of what's behind this trend.
Right.
Of them being like, look, they like the game, just sell it to them. Don't fucking care if they still have the disc. Because if they don't have the disc, who fucking cares? They might give you $20.
Right,
Just
they'd
take
buy
it.
this new one.
Just fucking take it. I wonder how huge that's gonna be. Because the game itself takes up like every inch of the Blu-ray, so it's like 50 gigs.
Jesus.
I don't even want to think about what that is as a downloadable thing. But hey, let's talk about something really cool. Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
Eric, you have lots of things to say about that.
Yeah, they had a press conference. The main director, Yoshi.
Did I say Final Fantasy 14? I meant VR. We're talking about VR next. We'll talk about Final Fantasy 14 right after that.
Okay.
Okay, so hey, VR, Bob.
Hey, Dan. What's
Fuck
up?
you.
What's up
BT dubs.
What's up with VR?
I just wanted to make
GDC.
sure that Eric stayed awake until the end of the news segment. So Valve VR was announced, and apparently some collaboration with HTC. And the deal
Vive,
is that
I think?
Vive, which is bullshit because that name was already taken by Pentium that no one liked. VIIV, still pronounced the same, Vive.
Okay.
So fuck tech companies.
I feel like some phone also tried to call themselves the Vive.
Yes, and I was also pissed at that. I'm like, hey, you shitty tech products, you can't call yourself Vive. That's already taken by another shitty tech product. So in any case,
Get in your shitty line.
get at the back of the shitty line.
So what are you saying? This headset's probably not good.
Probably not. It has some setup boxes. Like, you got 2 boxes, you stick them in the room, and apparently it shoots lasers in your room.
Cool.
And the headset has various divots on the outside of it, like little intro bumps, like bumps that go
Like a
in.
hive honeycomb
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Sorta. And it tracks the 3D space properly using this laser setup.
Huh.
So they were able to do some really cool things, and they had 3D controllers
The
too.
coolest thing I saw was that it also asked you like the very approximate size of your room, and while you're doing the VR stuff, walking around the room, if you're getting close to a wall, it'll like put up like a little like grid to show you like this is a wall, this is a physical wall. Don't go further, you'll hit your face.
That's cool.
I know. I was like, that's so holodecky. It's great. Keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. Oculus had basically jack shit to show at this conference at GDC, which is weird.
Yeah.
I guess it was just a bad time for them. I mean, if I remember correctly, they even came out with a new unit at CES. A slightly refined Crystal Cove.
I thought you were about to say Crystal Chronicles. I was like, what?
Yeah.
But never mind.
So,
Whenever you have to do something like set up boxes in your room, I
Yeah.
feel like that just cuts off a larger part of the demographic.
you think?
Well, yeah. I
Yeah,
feel
people
like-
with walls? Fuck those people.
and things in the house. I know.
I mean, if it works, if it delivers on any of those promises, I'm gonna have a room in a house that is just nothing but that machine, so I can holodeck the shit out of it. Except, no, I won't, because the technology terrifies me.
So personally, my own preference in this horse race, the Sony Morpheus, finally got up to snuff at GDC. It's finally at the scale where it's like, okay, this is acceptable. Because they rolled out the new unit, and this is basically what's shipping next year. It is a full 1080p display in there. It is OLED. So it's got nice response rates because of that. They said it's low persistence, and more importantly, the OLED runs at 120 hertz, so it's 120 frames per second to make it a lot more immersive. Which, as of yet, I think Oculus is still at 90, which is fine, whatever. It's not 60, so that's better than that. And the number one thing that's neat about this, the OLED is actually RGB subpixel. See, with a lot of OLEDs, they cheap out, and it's somehow cheaper to go RGBG, so you have twice as many green pixels as you have red and blue. So if you look at a lot of these OLED phones, you can see a green hue off of it, and that's why. So this OLED, because Sony, I presume, is manufacturing it themselves and whatnot, is going to be full 1080p with low persistence and 120 hertz. So that's really cool. because that's an immensely better device than what they rolled out last year by like a fucking landslide of like I would never buy this to this is really good and like a genuine contender for Oculus.
Now,
yeah,
didn't Valve also give a release date?
Yeah, that one comes out end of this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Which is weird because that one seems so prototypey.
That one seems so impractical. Because, like, the motion controllers they have, and they aren't...
You're wired, too.
Yeah, it's weird.
Not wireless.
We also didn't talk about the fact that the Steam now has a hardware tab, apparently, for you to buy the Steam boxes.
Whoa, what?
So I'm guessing that is also where this Valve VR thing's going to go.
I guess.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't know. The reason why I can't get psyched at all about the Valve VR and HTC thing is it almost seems like they're just doing it because they had all the research done and they needed to do something with that knowledge, so they let some other hardware manufacturer take it over. Because it's not like HTC has a huge bet in the VR game. Like, they're just some hardware... They're a mobile phone maker.
Right.
That's just
so
here to make a
they
device.
have...
Screens. Yeah, I wonder if Oculus has some exclusivity thing with Samsung.
Huh.
They might to some extent
Right.
because they did that Gear VR, that Samsung
right.
Note in a headset thing. Which, man, that's super garbage. But in any case, so the cool thing about the Morpheus thing, they rolled out a completely new demo for GDC. Now, they had the old demos so people could still try them out and see how much better they are in the new headset.
Right.
But they rolled out this completely new demo that used 2 PlayStation Move controllers and the Morpheus. And what it is somebody hiding from or being, like, in a chair, like, straight up movie style, being interrogated by a thug asking where something is. And then they flash back to when they were in the bank and it gets robbed. And you're in this crazy balls deep gunfight from the behind a bank counter. And it's fucking so ridiculous.
Wasn't it called The Heist or something?
Yeah, I think the demo's called The Heist. And you use the Move controllers to literally open these drawers with your hands and try to find a gun, pull it out, pull the ammo clip from up there, reload it manually. One of the other things is during the moment where you're strapped to the chair and stuff, he hands you a phone and you pick that up with your hand, which you can see like a floating virtual hand. And then you grab it, and in 3D, because of the tech they're using for the audio, you can move it around your head and it sounds correct. So there was a lot of cool shit like that. And then somebody was like, I was watching the GameSpot video, and they were talking about, like, so I was thinking about what I would do in this situation. And what I realized is every time I went up to get a clip, I was getting shot. So I just stood up, threw all the clips on the floor, ducked back down, loaded my gun, reached over with the gun, and just kept firing blindly at all the robbers. I'm like, that's awesome. And it worked.
It worked?
It worked.
That's great.
Because aiming with this thing, you aim down the sight. And it actually is possible because you have a full, 3D view. It's a lot easier than in a video game where you're just looking at one image over another. So, yeah, you could just blind fire it. It's just going to land where it lands. Which sounds really great. And somebody was bringing up, if they make a whole game that is just a railgun, like a on-rail shooter thing, like that, I'd totally buy that. And I'm like, I'd do that too.
Any word on who made this demo?
I think it's another Sony studio.
I wonder if those guys who were supposed to be working on the Getaway but canceled that like decades ago.
I'm surprised London Studio still exists.
Right?
Like, what are they doing? But yeah, I sort of get psyched because Sony's position is like, we have a headset to sell you. The box you already have or could have at a much lower price than a PC that could run Oculus. And we have this cool 3D audio tech built into these games. And with the upgrade in these specs, it's finally at a level where it's not like, here's this shit version of VR. Yeah. Here's like this really good tracking, really good feeling one. Oh yeah, another demo they invented for this one. I totally forgot about this. So you've seen Playroom with the little robots?
I think so.
Okay, so there are the cute little robots in Playroom on your PS4 right now, and you can like slide up on the pad to shoot them out of the controller.
Okay.
Maybe you should see it to get excited. So they have a Morpheus demo where you stick on the Morpheus, and it's pretty much the same thing, except for the controller is exactly where you're holding it because it's also tracking the controller with the PlayStation camera.
Huh.
And as you push the buttons, it lights up and does different functions, and you can swipe out the things and like interact with them in a different way because you have the headset.
Neat.
I thought that was really fucking cool. I was like, oh yeah, of course they know where the controller is. You're fucking holding it. Like, duh. But yeah, so that sounds really cool. They said something about the box itself that duplicates the video and puts it on a TV so people can watch you doing, because they want it to be a fun social thing. You want to see what the person's going through. And that has, like with the Oculus stuff, at least from the videos I've watched, been a really fun part of it. It just, there's that one game I was talking about, Keep Talking and Nobody Blows Up.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's the dude defusing the bomb and the dude with the manual. It's really fun to watch the guy defusing the bomb, describing poorly what he's looking at to the guy with the book, and he's like, I see numbers. And they were describing how that box works, and I was like, oh, that's a surprisingly simple box. I thought it'd be like this, time to render the image again, and oops, fuck, everything's terrible. So maybe that'll even come with and properly show your friends how much fun they can be having instead of, hey guys, let's come over to my house. I'll put on this helmet and just silent go, because that's weird.
Have a giggle party.
That's like if like pot could turn on and off, and it's like, hey, let's all smoke one joint, and one of us at a time will be a giggling idiot, and the other two will be perfectly sober, going, man, what a jackass.
When's it my turn to be a giggling idiot?
Okay, or that. Yeah. So that's a much better experience. Hey, Eric.
Hey.
I heard there are some words to be said about Final Fantasy XIV.
Yes, there's words. The
heavens words.
The heavens words. They had a over at PAX East. They had an hour-long presentation talking about Final Fantasy XIV. Whoa!
Sorry, we have breaking news. I got an email titled "Top Career Tips to Celebrate International Women's Day." I have to read this on the air now.
What?
No, go ahead.
God damn you.
Just kidding.
Is it just because I'm forbidding you from buying those headphones?
Yes, absolutely.
You're not my real dad.
You're not my real dad. You're not getting dad. Dad and Dorf.
Dad and Dorf. It is Dorfin time.
God damn it. Fucking Dorfin time. I totally fucking... Okay, so Final Fantasy XIV.
Final Fantasy XIV.
What is the deal with
that? They had a press conference about
What?
it. Yeah, they talked about some stuff we already knew. They some of the new classes. You got a new zone. Flying is a big thing in this. You can have a black chocobo with flapping his stubby little wings and fly around. It looks super great.
Cool.
Sid in that game will make you like a single flyer airship that sounds pretty pimp. Mm-hmm. They're also talking about having the floating continent from Final Fantasy VI somewhere in the expansion, which you said a supremely terrible idea for that world to have in it.
Fucking is like, didn't we already get our shit wrecked once?
Wasn't this realm already reborn? We're gonna shit it up again?
Well, now we're gonna reborn it in fire.
Yeah. They're talking about the 3 new classes and the process. They talked about like how the process goes into actually choosing what new jobs go into the game. Like, it's not just like community feedback or whatever the director feels like, but they talk about it. It takes like a year to put in a new class and fully implement it.
Cool.
But they settled on Dark Knight, Astrologian, and Gunner or Machinist, which is great. When they were talking about like the different mechanics that each one goes through and showing off some of the concept art for Dark Knight, there's a new dragon race too. But the Dark Knight,
No, wait. There's a new dragon race.
There's a new dragon people race.
Who the fuck is just?
It's just they got like the horns and they got some scales.
Is it like the dragon or the Final Fantasy IX sort of dragon people or
not?
Does it look like Rahab?
No. Well, I don't know. It could. No. But
oh right, our fan base should know what Rahab looks like. Go watch the Rogue Legacy review.
It's true.
Right.
But they're talking. The best part of it was one of the best parts where they were talking about like the different mechanics. And the Dark Knight, it differentiates from the other tank classes by using MP instead of just it's one other thing. And somebody's like, they call upon the power of darkness to do damage, and one guy in the back went, "Yeah." Man, that guy's really into darkness.
Yeah, he is.
Holy shit.
He was listening to The Cure on the way over.
They showed off the Astrologian, which is a healer class, and it uses like cards around like a spinny globe type thing. It looks really cool. They showed off some of like, how can we make a weapon for this Astrologian class? They settled eventually on this like cool spinny globe card thing. But for the concept arts, they had what was basically just a straight up ripoff of like the side card thing from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Jesus
Oh my god,
And as soon as that, everyone in the audience started laughing, along with the director who was giving this presentation through a translator. Everyone in the Twitch chat was like, "It's time!"
God
It was pretty great. And then Machinist is just like you have guns and you can shoot people and you can lay down like turrets and robots and stuff. It was a cat guy with goggles.
And you can do yourself up like a Backstreet Boy. And
absolutely.
Be in Final Fantasy 12.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
You can do that. But yeah, it looked really cool. Looked really impressive. And then the release date is June 23rd, and with a week's early access if you pre-order.
It's nice to see like that sort of thing happen pretty close to launch. I mean,
and it offers Mac support too, right at launch too.
Huh? Is 14 on Mac yet?
No, it's not on Mac.
It's not on Mac at all.
No,
So
it is being they partnered with another company that specializes in porting stuff to Mac. It's like when this game is released, it'll day one you can buy it, you can use it and buy it on Mac. Well, with everyone else.
Did they talk about servers like working together on that, or is it
I don't know. I assume it's all like PC Mac. I mean, well, all of it works. Yeah, I as a PlayStation 4 owner can play with people who are playing on PC.
Right.
So I assume the Mac people are also in that deal.
Hopefully.
Or they get their own special Apple servers. And yeah, it's just but the best part, of course, was that at the end of it, the director I forget his actual name beyond his handle, but it was like, all right, it's gonna be released then. Please be excited for it. And he laughed, and everyone laughed, and was like, yes, shit on your own company's stupid things, yes. Seriously, Final Fantasy XIV is the best thing out of Square Enix right now.
Well,
That
that's
man's
because
incredible.
about a week from now, we're getting Final Fantasy Type 0.
Yeah, on the 17th, so you got
Oh,
Type
shit.
0 in that
Forgot
demo
about
coming
that.
out.
And now that's not going to be the best thing. The demo is.
The demo's good.
So let's be fucking real for a second here. You know what would make that demo even better?
What?
Those headphones.
God damn it! I'm ending it. It's done.
No,
Yeah.
you can't stop it.
Do it!
I won't let you. Hi, this is Dan from GigaBoots. I hit the record button again because Eric turned it off, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna talk about my headphones and how that's gonna make Morpheus even better. See, you
I'm
can
gonna
use
go
a
shit.
separate headphone.
I'm gonna take the most diseasy shit I've ever shat in my life.
GigaBoots has been brought to you by the support of our producers Vincent Poverk and Cywolf via our Patreon. Consider becoming a GigaBoots patron today.